Okay, where we go. 8 o'clock scrum. 30 minutes till the CPI drop. 90 minutes till the market opens. Let's get this green. No, no. Nope. Okay. Delta had earnings drop. Good earnings from Delta Airlines. Quite a few. Walgreens, good earnings. NatWest Group, they've got good earnings. Looks like. So this really is the start of the earnings season. So we've had Walgreens, Delta, NatWest, Barclays, all dropping good earnings. So those are larger cap companies as well. So just if you want to keep an eye on those, check those out. Morning, Steve. Morning, Kai. Nice one, Kai. I couldn't, unfortunately, I couldn't trade till 7:30. Then the move was pretty much done. So didn't trade lays. I saw the news drop. I saw the spike. I saw the best entry here was kind of 385 for the break. So this consolidation around the $0.75 line, around the 375 area. But then the break of 385 there would have been, if you look at it on the 2 minutes, it's absolutely spot on as a pullback. Get the pullback here would have been an absolutely spot on entry. What you got to do? I couldn't trade until this time, so by the time it got here, the move was finished. I couldn't. It's just consolidating there. So could have got a good 40-cent move from this pullback here on the way up. I mean, it's moved up what, over $1 this morning. So Lays is good, and it's not far off. I mean, it's got pretty much blue skies ahead, really. Thank you very much, Mox. Yeah, I saw that, Alistair. I was watching that, and jumping about like a madman. And the question being is, can we get a 7-1 in our favour against City on at the weekend? And somehow I don't think. I mean, against a poor Rangers side, no disrespect to Rangers, but they're a poor side. Against a poor Rangers side, 7-1, it's not a very good warm up for the City game. APDN. I'll take a look at APDN. I wasn't drinking last night, Alistair. Wasn't drinking last night. Tell me about it. He's frightening. Mind you, we kept him quiet in the tin plate cup. But to be fair, Ian, I kind of I don't hold much hope for the weekend. I'm expecting maybe 3-1 to City, but look, we tend to turn it on when it gets the better sides, and lose against the really crap sides like United or whoever. Got to say, Eric the Viking, though. I tell you, Eric, he's a machine. He just looks like. Do you know what he reminds me of? There was they had a professional footballer. I think it was David Platt. They put him on a Sunday League team, and just like one of these what do you call it? Game for a laugh type, practical joker type shows. And I think it was David Platt back in the 90s. They put him on a Sunday League team as a bit of a ringer, and he ran rings around the entire opposition. Scored about 7 goals or something. And that's what he looks like every time he takes to the field. Liverpool had the chance of signing him before he went to Dortmund, and they didn't. Well, to be fair, Liverpool's recruitment policy hasn't been too bad over the last few years, but they missed out on that one. They could have signed him, or they could have signed Naby Keita, and they went for Naby Keita. But go figure. Not a lot moving right now. Hey Phil, Captain, morning, stroke afternoon to you all, and Steve, Kareem. Kind of a little bit. I'm not really going to be taking a position, taking any trades before the bottom of the hour. We've got the CPI. It's going to be, and I'd say this to everybody: just be wary. Just be wary of taking any positions. Is it really though? The move seems to be done, Flossie. The CPI results dropping at the bottom of the hour, so there's a consumer price index, and it usually hits the market. So Lays isn't really moving; it's just consolidating sideways. The move was between 7 and 7.15. I couldn't trade till 7.30, so I'm kind of watching this consolidation. We've had a couple of incremental gains on that, but nothing really worth writing home about. This 40-cent move could have been certainly worthwhile. Now, hey Eddie, good to see you again. What I would say, guys, is S&P 500, or the markets as a whole. Look at this on the 15-minute. You can see steady move and climb up at 360s. Pre-market, no real catalyst. What I'm reading into this, I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong. What I'm reading into this is the market makers trying to bake in some goodness, ready for a drop. Once the CPI numbers come out at the bottom of the hour, I can see a bit of a sell-off. So they're trying to bake in some goodness to absorb that sell-off. I don't think it's going to be good enough personally, but we'll see. Let's find out. Who else thinks like I did? Who else thinks after the CPI numbers drop we're going to get a sell-off, or do we think we're going to get good numbers and it's going to rally? What are your thoughts after the CPI drops in 20 minutes? Let me know. Keep that up, Edison. I'll be rich by 2045. Right, let's see what the rest of the market has got in store for us. So we've had some decent drops already. What? They made a therapeutics. It must be a stock split, surely. I think this is a stock split. Let me just have a quick look. Just saw it gapped up 10%, but that's probably more likely a stock split with that pattern. Okay, so Romeda Therapeutics announces top-line results from phase 3 Reliance 3 trial as a monotherapy for treatment of major depressive disorder. Right, okay. Doesn't say this was a stock split. That's a huge drop from 32 to $7. Why Railmeda Therapeutics shares are trading lower by 84%? That's a good question. So why are they trading lower by 84%? The pre-market trading, the company dropped top-line results. Company said trial did not achieve its primary endpoint. There you go. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about when I say garbage stocks and holding them overnight, and you know this is not what I would consider one of those garbage stocks. But see how much these biomedical stocks can drop just by releasing poor clinical trial results. This has dropped 85% overnight, and if you weren't privy to these results coming out, you could have been in that and lost 84% of whatever holding you had with these. So just be careful with some of these bioscience stocks. They're just, a lot of them are garbage, but they're so prone to big swings on individual catalysts. It can be a good thing for us because we like that volatility, but also it can be a bad thing. So if you got wind of these poor results beforehand and you went short on this, you could have made an absolute killing. Bad news on clinical trials, absolutely. Morning, Leosato. Yeah, it might well have been insider trading, but for some strange reason, there doesn't seem to be a problem with that lately. You just asked Nancy Pelosi. Her husband seems to have this amazing sixth sense when it comes to buying and selling of stocks. I don't know where he gets the information from. I'm not saying that there is any kind of passing of information between husband and wife going on there, but you know, it's just amazing how he's probably one of the best traders, one of the best investors on the stock market with some of the results over the last few years. But I'm not saying there's anything underhanded or untoward there that needs to be looked into by the SEC. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, you know, Nancy Pelosi's husband's very good at investing, getting out at the right time and getting in at the right time. We've got 15 minutes now. Based on CPI dropping in 15 minutes, probably not worth taking a position. I mean, I'm not saying don't, I'm saying I won't be. Axum Therapeutics. Let's have a look. Just popped up on low volume, so maybe wait till they do the bell. Axon Therapeutics. Let's have a quick look at what the reason for that is. No, nothing really. Nothing significant. Got to say, today is the start of earnings season. So over the next couple of weeks, we will get a lot of big companies that are dropping their earnings, and that could impact the markets and the direction the markets take it quite substantially. So just watch this space. I mean, just today, for example, we've had NatWest Group, the banking group. We've had HSBC Banking Group, Barclays, all dropping earnings. We've got Delta, Walgreens, all dropped earnings as well. Domino's this morning. Yep, Domino's was this morning as well. I could just go for a Domino's as it happens. Not right now, but later. Yeah, I might have Domino's for dinner tonight. EPS miss, but sales beat. So mixed results for Domino's. They've got a conference call scheduled for a little under 2 hours time, but the results have already been dropped, so you might see more action from Domino's when the conference calls at 10 a.m. market time. I mean, that's kind of how it goes at the moment. Let's see. Where's my calendar? Well, this is Benzinga. This is Benzinga calendars. So this is for today. So we've got CAS Information Systems, Ferra Technologies, Domino's Pizza, Taiwan Semiconductor, Valens, Fastenal, Walgreens, Commercial Metals, Infosys, Delta, Progressive, BlackRock, Treasure Global. We've had Barclays and HSBC as well, all with earnings this morning. So, and after hours this evening, we've got Oil Dry Corps. So it's really just another great functionality of Benzinga. You get to see all the calendars, IPOs, earnings, whatever the scenario may be. Talking of which, the IPO calendar today is 13th. Spring Valley acquisition is the only one. 20 million shares. Oh, yeah, 20 million shares offered. So we've got we've got three. Hudson acquisition. I thought they were already on there. That makes no sense. I thought Hudson acquisition was already on the market. Oh, but okay. So we've got just the one IPO today, which is Spring Valley acquisition. I've not heard too much about it. So don't see anything there to be writing home about. 10x Keen acquisition. So the Spring Valley acquisition, 10x Keen acquisition, both SPAC companies, as is Hudson acquisition, SPAC company, what's known as a blank check company. It's not a real company. It's a spoof company that's designed and floated on the stock exchange to raise money for another one. So DWAC, which is moving up today. So this is DWAC. It traded this last year when this first launched. This is the special acquisitions company for the acquisition of Truth Social by Donald Trump Media Corporation. So it's just a blank check company that allows raising of funds to launch another company or acquire another company. So different ways of generating money from nothing, basically. Maybe I should put a SPAC, a day trade with Tony acquisition company. Put that on the stock market. See what, see how well that's taken it. Well, Pat, I don't know if you're, I don't know what the situation is. It's the same sound that's going from, going through the TikTok live studio as is going through, what I'll do is I'll bring the sound down. That might help. Let me know if that helps. I've just reduced it by a third. But it's the same sound that's going through to YouTube, to Twitch, to Twitter, ShareVision, etc. So if there's a problem, it's the TikTok studio. But let me know, Pat, does that solve the issue at all? Let me just check the settings here. No. We'll look at the audio settings. Yeah, so I've just reduced the audio settings. Let's see what happens. Oh no, there is a drilling noise. That's outside. I'll close the door. He's on the balcony door. Oh. Okay, you stay there. That'll get rid of the drilling sound. Maybe for now. But now she wants to come in. That's typical. Now I've got to open the door to let her in. You coming in? Everybody say hi to Miyako. This here is Miyako. This is the one that you feed with all the likes, okay? So 30 likes on YouTube, 3,000 likes on TikTok, and this one gets a duck treat. My goodness, you Pat. GG for workout, lifting you up. Fat monkey. I know I am Eddie, but, you know, what about the dog? Vivo Therapeutics. Let's go back to Lay's under 1 minute. Whoa, what happened there? That's what happened there. Let's zoom out a little bit. It looks a bit choppy. Okay. Don't see anything moving at all, guys. Let me know if you're seeing something that I'm not. It's very small. We've got a trading halt at the moment with Innovative International. Don't know what that is. News halt. Okay. Pending news. Goodworks 2 acquisition. That's another halt. Pending news. Oh, it's getting a few news halts at the moment. Well, a couple. So we've got the CPI results coming out in just a second, and let's see what happens. I'll switch over to the SPY news results in a little over a minute. You can see that for yourself in real time as the data drops, and then we'll see exactly which way the market moves. I'll put the market on here. So this is the SPY, the Spider S&P 500 ETF, and this tracks the S&P 500. Now, we could watch the Qs, which is the Invesco Triple Q Trust ETF, which tracks the Nasdaq, or we could watch the Spider Dow Jones, which tracks the Dow Jones Industrial, or even the Russell Index. So it's the iShares Russell 2000 Index, which is the small cap index. But I prefer to look at the S&P 500. That tends to be the leader in the markets. It tends to be the one that most people consider as that is the market. Now, we're getting a bit of a move upwards. So let's see. Keep my eye on that whilst I switch over to the actual news page. So here is the news, hopefully, as it drops. Let's see, again, this is just another functionality of Benzinga. So you can get on this and you can see this for yourself. Well, I'm not seeing the S&P 500 falling off a cliff yet, Ian. But I'm waiting for the news to drop. It's up at the moment. It just jumped a couple of dollars to SPY. Now it fell off a cliff. Yes, so big drop. So if you look at the huge drop here on the S&P 500, just waiting for the actual news. Let's see what happens. So it's just gone from 1% up to 1% down. It's just dropped two percentage points in a matter of seconds. That was a massive flush down. And why? This is why. So core CPI month over month for September, 0.6% versus the 0.5% estimate. So that's terrible news. That's terrible news. That's a 20% failing. Year over year, 6.6 versus 6.5. That's terrible. The jobless claims coming out as well, which 228 versus 228,000 versus 225,000. So the jobless is actually not too bad. CPI month over month for September 0.4 versus the that's 100% wrong. No wonder the S&P 500 is falling off a cliff. So I'm glad I didn't take any positions, because what you're going to see is so many other stocks just selling off on the back of this. Year over year September 8.2% versus the 8.1% estimate. That's your interest. Sorry, that's your inflation rate. So shocking. Shockingly bad results. The core CPI month over month is 20% over the estimate, and year over year it's a whole 10 base points. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we've had a bit of a car crash when it comes to the CPI results, but you know what are you going to do? There's not a lot you can do, so we've just got to grin and bear it and get on with it, I guess. Interesting though. And I kind of said this, so I was saying this in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, and I was saying it a little bit earlier on this stream. I was saying, look, the way the markets are rallying pre-market, it looks like the market makers are trying to bake in some goodness for an anticipated sell-off, and that's exactly what's happened. So they tried to get it up to a certain level so that there wouldn't be such a big hit on the sell-off. They knew that the data that was coming out was going to be bad. So CPI today, absolutely, it's just dropped. That's what we were just covering, cash flow. So the CPI just dropped, and core CPI was 20% worse than the estimate, and in terms of month over month, and the actual CPI was 100% worse than the estimate. So that's month over month. Well, exactly. So I mean, the core CPI month over month was 0.6 versus the 0.5 estimates. That's 20% difference there. And then the actual US CPI month over month for September was 0.4% versus the 0.2% estimate. So that's a 100% difference. Well, if you got puts, Kinga, then absolutely. If you had puts on the SPY in the run up to this, then yeah, you're printing money. Maybe if you were up at where were we up at, kind of 360s, and you had 355, that you could have actually, you've been well in the money. You could have actually made an absolute fortune just on $5. But yeah, fair play to you, Kinga. You know what? I should have gone with some. I'll know next time. I should have gone with some options on that, because I had a feeling it was going to be worse than expected. And question is, how will the wider market react now? So let's have a look at what happened with the top gappers. So as you can see here, the top gappers started to sell off. Laser Photonics was the big gapper on the day. That's broke the VWAP. All of the inverse ETFs are making a killing now as a result of that. So the microsector, if you look at the Nasdaq, that's done exactly the same thing. Actually, the Nasdaq's worst affected. The Nasdaq's down 250 base points. Treasury's going nuts. Absolutely. Someone's going to get fired in the US Treasury. Hey Farron, good to see you again. Ah, stop, Kingy. You're making me jealous now. I should have taken some puts on the. Hey, look. FOMO. I've been busy. I've been busy doing my own thing, and I should have. I've not traded any options for a while now. Actually, I think June was the last time I traded options, and it didn't go that well for me. But I've not. I need to get back into trading options. It's a good way to get some good leverage if you trade it right, at least. So I'll have to do that, especially on days like today, when you just know it's not going to go in your favor. Yeah, I know you do. You're a futures trader, King. Actually, I've been meaning to ask you about that. Have you used Ninja Trader? Because that's designed for trading futures, but they've asked me to. They keep coming back to me and asking me to partner with them. I don't trade futures, but I know that it's a platform. They're looking at branching out from just futures. So I thought, if you, as a futures trader, if you've traded on Ninja Trader, give me your thoughts on the platform before I go and try it out for myself. Actually, I've got another platform I need to try it and work out today. I can't remember if I've used it before. I've not downloaded it yet, which is the TradeNet platform for the World Series of Day Trading. I've got all my so I've got the World Series of Day Trading's TradeNet platform to download later today, and play around with that and configure that ready for next week's World Series of Day Tradings, which takes place on Tuesday. And it's free to enter if you're still interested in getting involved in that, guys. So if you're not registered for the World Series of Day Trading, by all means get on that, and you should. Why not? It's probably my question to you. Why have you not registered yet? Let's just have a quick look at that whilst we're all here. So for those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about with the World Series of Day Trading, so on YouTube, these links can be found in the description below, so check them out. But if you're on TikTok, this is my link tree. You can find the link tree in my profile. This first link on the link tree is the World Series of Day Trading. This is what I'm talking about. So it's a competition for day traders that takes place next week. It kicks off on Tuesday. You're running out of time to register if you want to. It's free to enter. It's totally free to enter. There's no strings or catches or anything like that. It's free to enter. You just put in your details. What I would say is, once you've entered, the likelihood is TradeNet will try and contact you after the fact and sell you some of their education programs. And actually, some of their education programs are quite good, so don't worry about that. If you're not interested, fine. But if you are interested, they're a good bunch over at TradeNet anyway. But yeah, it's over $50,000 worth of prize funds to be had. 100 prize places paid out. It's from the 18th to the 25th. You're given $240,000 of paper money in a simulator account, demo account to compete in. That's 7 days of trading. You need to trade for 4 days. If you lose $10,000, i.e. if your balance goes below $230,000, then you're eliminated from the competition. No holding overnight. It's purely day trading, so intraday trading, no holding overnight. And if you do hold overnight, your positions have been liquidated at the end of each day. So check it out. As I say, it's the first link in the description and or on my link tree in the profile. Hopefully I'll be competing. I'll see you there, and I'll be competing with you next week, guys. So yeah, check it out. just waiting for something else to come up and start moving. My goodness. All of these ETFs are short ETFs or inverse ETFs based on that drop. So that's your momentum scanners right now, is all ETFs. And I don't normally trade ETFs, but do you know what? I'm actually thinking about it right now. How did I predict the 15-minute drop? Well, quite frankly, the CPI data was due to drop at the bottom of the hour, and all indicators were saying that it's not going to be good news. The fact that the market was rallying before that as well was me. I've seen that before. So they try and bake in a little bit of goodness to try and cushion the blow for a market drop. So the market makers try and move the price up on the S&P 500, on the Nasdaq, etc., ready for the drop. So yeah, that's why I predicted the 15-minute drop. I didn't quite think that the results would be as bad as they were, and certainly I didn't think it would drop as hard as it did. But I knew it was going to drop and go red on the day, and I think we're going to get a continued sell-off for the rest of the week on the back of that. So look, not financial advice, guys, just the meaningless meanderings of a fat bloke on the internet. So you can listen to me or do whatever you want. Just don't sue me. Ameritrade, you're on Ameritrade platform. Is that Think or Swim, Kinga? Oh, sorry, I need to and what do you think of that, Eddie? So you've used NinjaTrader. What are your thoughts? What is on your experiences with it? Apparently you can trade stocks with it now. That's what they're telling me. It's not made for stocks. It's like MetaTrader isn't made for stocks. You can now trade with MetaTrader 5. You can trade stocks with it, but it's not geared up for that. So if you're going to be day trading equities, don't use MetaTrader 5. It's a forex tool. It's built for forex, and they're just trying to widen the portfolio, but it's not ideal for trading equities. So now we're down at lows, big time lows, on the wider market. So the low from earlier this month was 355 on the SPY, 355.72 on the SPY. We're now at 349.40s. So yeah, let's. No problem, Captain. It's something to do with YouTube. Absolutely, Kinga. Absolutely. I don't mind Think or Swim. I've used Think or Swim a few times. I don't mind it. I'm the same thing. So I actually think Sterling Trader is probably a better platform than Dash Trader, slightly. But I prefer Dash Trader. TC2000 is also there from an intraday day trading perspective, equity, stocks and shares. But from a platform point of view, I just like Dash Trader. That's the platform that I really got to grips with my strategy with, where I became profitable with, and I've honed my strategy with. So I'm reluctant to change. And I dare say, I know some people like TC2000, and I've not tried Lightspeed So I did apply for Lightspeed, but I had issues with the when I applied for it with the PDT. The Lightspeed, you have to have a minimum of 25,000, and that was back when I didn't have 25,000 to put into it. But yeah, so I might give Lightspeed another go actually. So I've heard a lot of good things about it. Do you think it can affect the market any worse than the market's already been affected today, King? I mean, we've got CPI data basically crashing the market, and I mean that's a crash. There's red, you know, there's enough red in the water for the sharks to start circling now. And you can look at this from a you know, looking at the S&P 500, but you pick any stock, any stock, Tesla. Tesla just wiped off how much off Tesla? 10 bucks off the share of Tesla. Microsoft, it's just not 10 bucks off Microsoft. Off every Amazon. Yeah, knocked $8 off the price of Amazon. So and you can so on and so forth. All of these big stocks that you know I'm invested in. The big stock that the hedge funds and the big money's invested in, it's just wiped off huge amounts. So 3% down and falling now, the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is 2,900, 290 base points down. 2.9% down. Well, that's going to be the talking point, and I'm still here waiting for something to trade today. Well, it's going to, if nothing else, it's going to introduce volatility into the market. If nothing else. No, I like Tesla long term. I'm not invested in Tesla long term yet, but I do like Tesla long term. They're not a, contrary to popular belief, Tesla are not an EV manufacturer. That's not their core business. That's what they're famous for. Tesla are a data company. They're an information company, and let's face it, Tesla's cars aren't the greatest motors either. The build quality is absolute tosh. The only reason they're so popular is because they stole the march. They got you know, the card of the market first. But if you compare a Tesla to an equivalent BMW electric vehicle, then there's no competition. Well, the SPY could very well go to 300 before. I mean, it's way off that at the moment, but not too long ago we were up at 400. We're now down at 350. So when were we last up at 400? Middle of last month. So it's taken a month to wipe $100 off the SPY. No, pre-COVID, yeah, you're right. But look at the looking at the data. Well, we'll just sit back and I guess watch the fallout for a few minutes, let things settle. maybe at the top of the hour things will settle, the markets will start to they'll still sell off, I think, but they'll start to kind of consolidate a little bit. Downwards consolidation granted, but consolidate a little bit. That will allow a little bit of volatility to be introduced into the market, and we'll start seeing some stocks move. So today was not a good day to try and go long on the stock market for sure. The Laser Photonics shares are trading higher after the company announced that Coca-Cola recently completed the implementation of its first clean tech handheld laser blasting system in its manufacturing facilities. Oh, where is that laser? It was up, but it's sold off. Sold off pretty hard too. So after that news dropped this morning at 7 a.m, it moved up. And it was too early for me to get on it. I'm pretty much long biased, Captain, but I do short, and this has been asked to me a few times. I tend to. The problem with me going short is probably threefold. There's a number of reasons why I don't short as often as I go long. It costs more. So when you're going short, not every stock is shortable first and foremost. So the stocks that are looking very weak, very often you can't short them. Depending on risk, you might get IPOs or new stocks that recent IPOs that you can't short them either. So depending on your broker, whether you're allowed to go short on it as well. The leverage that you get on going short, you don't get as much leverage, if any, to go short with most brokers. So that's another thing, which is why I prefer to go long. And then the overall costs associated with it. So if it's hard to borrow, then you're going to have locate fees. Then you've got borrow fees on top of that. Going short it might look easier than going long, but the benefits to going short are probably not as prevalent because it costs more. If you're a scalper going short, it's definitely going to cost you a lot more. If you're swing trading short, I think there's a lot of advantages to swinging short, but intraday trading, I think there's advantages to being long biased. Now, there are other people that have a short-based strategy that prefer to go short, but when they see something gets extended or whatever the reasons are, and fair play to them, but that's just not my strategy. I tend to be a long bias. Now, the thing is with the strategies, they are invertible. So you apply the same patterns, the same strategies. It's very similar in terms of methodologies. It's just inverse. So if I'm looking for a flat top breakout going long, the same thing applies if you're looking for a flat bottom breakout. If I'm looking at exit signals on a double top, then I might be looking at exit signals if I'm going short on a double bottom. Same way as if I'm going looking for an entry on a double bottom, I'd look for an entry on a double top. So it's invertible. So you can apply your same strategies that you do for going long as you do for to go short, just the inverse, but it's going to cost you more across the board. I hope that answers your question. It's a little bit long-winded way to say yes, I do, but not very often. Well, as a result of that, there are no stocks that have moved other than Laser Photonics, which is now selling off, which I'm looking at right now on the screen. There is not another stock that I'm looking at above $2 on the scanners that is over 10%. Moved on the day. So right now, it's a zero trade day. So I'm glad we had a little bit of goodness on the month, because today's looking like a zero trade day at the moment. But look, we've got half an hour before the bell. We might see a bit of volatility introduced at the bell. Usually you do get a couple, and it only takes one stock. I keep saying this, it only takes one stock. Yesterday, I could have made my goal on the one stock yesterday. And if you get on that one stock, if you're patient enough to wait for that one setup, it only takes that one setup, that one stock, and you can make your gains and make your goals on that one trade. So just be patient. Right now, you've got a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So a lot of FUD in the market as a result of that massive sell-off due to the CPI results. So watch this space, guys. And also, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube. You know, we're a little bit behind the curve here. I need to, but my dog's looking at me with sad eyes, and I need an excuse to give her some of one of these lovely succulent duck treats. So unless someone gets the finger out and starts hitting the like count on TikTok, gets us to that 3,000. We need 12 more likes on YouTube. So if you've not hit the thumbs up button on YouTube, you know you want to do it. Do it now. Come on. Just get us to 30 likes so I can give this fat mutter a treat. Just think of the. I'm talking about you, not to you. Okay. Just think of the serotonin rush you're going to get out of feeding this fat hairy beast, this pig dog. Yeah, they all want to do it. I'm sure they do. They just need to do it now, don't they? Yeah. Tell them, Miyako. Tell them, do it now. Oh, wait. Oh. There we go. See, Miyako said, do it now. Hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Do it now. Yeah. This fat beast wants you to do it now. Get that like count up. There you go. $3K McJobby. Well, there you go. YouTube, TikTok showing you up. Yeah, I've got to open it first. Calm down. Here you go. There's a nice fat one for you. Put it on. There you go. You can have another one once we get to 30 likes on YouTube. Likes are harder to come by on YouTube. But thanks a lot, TikTok. Miyako says thank you very much. That's slightly above $2. Can't trade it. The volume's just not there. DWAC, no. Well, we've got half an hour to the open. And right now, we need something to trade. Otherwise, it's going to be a break-even day. If anyone's seeing anything that I'm not, let me know. Even crypto's down. Let's have a quick look at crypto, because the last I looked, it was under 19,000. So, well, Bitcoin was under 19,000, but Bitcoin tends to lead the way, and then the rest of crypto follows suit. Why is my trading view just taking a age? I need to update it. I'll do that later. Yeah, so on the back of that CPI data as well, so Bitcoin's just fallen off a cliff as well. So Bitcoin is now 18,300s. We've got Ethereum is barely above, it actually did drop below 1,200. So it's $1,200 right now, 12.15. Oh, I'm still green on XRP. How's that happened? Fair play. Still green on XRP. So I'm still in profit on XRP at the moment. It's the only one of all my long-term holdings, crypto and my pension, my stocks and ETFs that I'm actually in the green on. Fair play to you, XRP. That's 46 cents, and Cardano is 36 cents. So that's my holdings all taking a bit of a hit. Yeah, if I've never heard of the token, I'm not going in for it. So I'd have to do my due diligence before going in, taking a punt on it. And this is the problem with that I feel with trading crypto is that there's not. Trading crypto is akin to trading futures for me. If you're trading the larger cap coins, so the Ethereums, the Bitcoins, the XRPs, the XLMs, or these larger cap coins, it's akin to trading futures on the stock market. If you're looking for something a little bit more volatile, like trading these low cap stocks on the stock market for day trading, when you get involved in the low cap coins, it's a lot more risky, I think, because regulation, pump and dumps, all that kind of stuff, and the volume just isn't there. The low cap, you've not got the liquidity on these low cap coins in crypto that you have with some of these low cap stocks, for example. So you don't get the volume unless there's something actually happening on a particular day that's driving it, and usually that's a pump and dump or something, some kind of manipulation. You get a lot more manipulation in the crypto space because of the lack of regulation than you do on the stock market. I'm not saying that there isn't manipulation on the stock market. Of course, I'm not saying there are, but I'm not saying there isn't. But it's just, you get more volume, you get more reliability in terms of the moves. I just think it's easier to trade low cap stocks than it is to trade low cap coins. My opinion, not financial advice. Don't sue me. Ooh, let's have a look at Tattoo. T2 Biosystems. So this just moved from 210 to 260. Gonna see a lot of red on these stocks as they try and bounce back after that sell-off. We'll get momentum swings. So T2 Biosystems announces a plan to commercialize a diagnostic test for early Lyme disease. That just dropped at the top of the hour. That's why that moved up, but it's not holding. FLJ, I traded that yesterday. I actually lost money. It moved up over 100% in FLJ yesterday. And I'm one of those people that when a stock moves up 100%, you'd think it was easy to make money off it. And I lost money on it. So go figure. It moved up twice. So if you look at this yesterday, I put it on the 15 minutes so you can actually see this. This moved up it moved up early and pulled back and then moved up to the exact same point later in the day. And I tried to trade this later in the day, and it looked like it was going places. But I then added to the position up here for the break of highs, and it pulled back, and it pulled back hard, and I ended up losing almost $1,000 on that yesterday. So when something moves up 100%, on the day, you'd expect to maybe making money on it. But hey, look, buy high, sell lower. That was my philosophy on that one. What's happening in the market? Consumer price index data just dropped at the bottom of the last hour, debunked. So it was a bit of a car crash for the Fed, and as a result, the markets have crashed. Fed's fault, absolutely. Well, I wouldn't say it's Fed's fault. They're just not able to get in control of the inflation data. So the consumer price index, the core index month over month was 20% worse than estimated. The actual month over month data was 100% worse than estimated. So pretty bad news, certainly for the Fed. Are we at the bottom? I don't think so. I mean, we've got some movers like Domino's, Delta Airlines, some positive movers because they've had good earnings, so they're kind of ignoring the market drop, but not really. When you think all the big movers on the scanners right now, all the big gappers, with the exception of Lay's at the top, all the big gappers above $2 are ETFs, like inverse ETFs, or there's one bank, NatWest. The rest are all ETFs. All of these are ETFs. These are all the gappers are inverse market linked or index linked ETFs, inverse linked, should I say. So watch for the red to green moves today, guys. We've got 20 minutes to the bell, and I'm kind of resigned to having a day off. You know what? I don't mind. I need to go and do some shop. I've run out of printer ink anyway, so let's see what happens within the next hour. We've got a little over 20 minutes to the open. If we don't get anything in that first hour, I might just take an early bath and call it quits at the end of at the top of the hour, so 10 a.m. market time, and go and get my bits and pieces that I need to get. Do we think we're going green? Do you think the markets are going green, Tona? Hell no. Not today. Not today. I think we'll sell off into the weekend and possibly even the other part of next week, because those CPI results were shocking, shockingly bad. So no, there's I can't see any chance of us going green today. I might be wrong. Right, red to green. Some of the stocks that have sold off, some of the low cap stocks that have sold off will be in the red right now, and then they'll come good later in the day. So I'm not saying that the markets will go green, and what I'm saying is that watch for some of the stocks that are currently red that may make a run on the green line and do a red to green move. So I think we'll probably see a lot of the momentum stocks today will be just heavily red and then move up. So it's individual stocks can do a red to green. The markets, I don't think so. I think the damage is too big to recover that in a single session. Is that the IPO? Eddie? Oh, it's SVII, isn't it? It's the IPO today. Good works. Again, this is a SPAC. Nobody trading it. 11 shares traded today, Eddie. Because you can't Can't look at that. So I've got filters on my, in terms of volume, Eddie, just so you know, so I've got filters on price, so I don't, nothing hits my scanners if it's less than $2. And I've got filters on the volume as well. So stocks like this just won't hit my scanners because there isn't enough volume. I need at least 25,000 shares being traded across the course of the day. And this hasn't even traded 25 shares, let alone 25,000. So, no. That's the quick answer there. No trade there. Humble, that's the whole point. It was trying to move up. So the market makers were trying to force the market up. They were trying to bake in goodness ahead of the CPI data. They knew that the CPI data was going to drop the market. What they didn't know was just how much. So they were trying to bake in as much goodness as possible, pump the market up. I've seen that happen many times before. That's what happened. So they tried to pump the market up. And then when the CPI, it was just a bit of a car crash, actually. So S&P 500, 2.1% down so far. I think probably will continue selling when the market opens. We might get a little bit of a bounce, but I think it's going to be a bit of a dead cat before a continued sell-off. My opinion, not financial advice. It's just the meaningless meanderings of a fat bloke on the internet. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I mean, officially they shouldn't be doing that, Tona, but yes, they do. Well, I'm really struggling to find anything. I mean, if you look at the momentum scanner here, it's just all the momentum is coming from the red. NatWest is the only thing that's oh, hang on a minute, we've got finger motion on low volume, and none of it's on good volume. None of it is on good volume. So all of these on the gap scanner, all of the gap scanner, with the exception of laser photonics, it's all well, and NatWest, with the exception of laser photonics and NatWest, these are all inverse ETFs. It's not wisdom, it's just acquired knowledge, Tona. It's commonly available. So where I picked it up, you just wherever I picked it up, you just picked it up off me, so you now know as much as I do. Datadog. Former competitor. I actually interviewed with Datadog for a VP role here in Europe, and got to the final two before I got rejected from Datadog. But there you go. It's me and another. Always the case. Somebody's got to be runner-up. You're making more money, Tom. I hope you're having a good one. I need to be making money. Not made any today. Bit of a washout. Well, that's the whole point of this channel, Tona. It's an education channel. No, absolutely, Teddy. I could have been sat in an office, you know, freaking out at the share price. Instead, I'm sat at home freaking out about the markets not giving me anything to trade. Well, this is definitely a day to sit on your hands. Just don't rush into anything because there's going to be quite a lot of fake outs. A few bounces on the bottom, a few bottom bounces. You might want to, if you're going to be taking advantage of some of these bottom bounces, just make sure you get in and get out quick because there's going to be a lot of bull traps where you think it's rallying and then it turns around and sells off again. So just get in, get out quick, take your profits on the bounce, and then look for the be careful of the continued sell-off. There's going to be a lot of that today across the board. But NatWest Group is the only green one on the momentum scanner right now, and that's only 2% up, low volume. The only thing that has got reasonable volume on the momentum scanner is Relmada Therapeutics, and that's a legitimate bottom bounce. It's trying to bottom bounce. So Relmada Therapeutics is down because it had poor clinical trial results of a drug that we're trialing that effectively they've developed a drug that doesn't work. So yeah, CPI comes out once a month, Toner. Of course, we'll get later. I think it's later this month. We'll get the actual whether we're in recession. It depends if the Fed decides to redefine what the term recession is again. Because last quarter they decided that no, the US isn't in recession because there's other factors that have got to be. The dictionary definition of recession is when an economy shrinks for 2 consecutive quarters, or depending on which dictionary you want to look at, where economy experiences negative growth for 2 consecutive fiscal quarters. And that happened last quarter, and the Fed decided, no, we're redefining recession, so we're no longer in recession. I'm like, you can't do that. But, they did. But I believe we're in recession already because we've had 2 consecutive in Europe. Well, globally, we've had 2 consecutive fiscal quarters of negative growth. So from a global point of view, it's a global recession right now. So dictionary definition tells me that we're in recession. It just reminds me of the Dark Knight in Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail, and just completely in denial when he has his leg chopped off. First off, he has his arm chopped off, and then he ends up this just a torso with a head, and he's like, "Come on back, I'm not finished. I'll bite your legs off." And like, either the fight's over, That's what the Fed are like. They are the Black Knight. They're just completely in denial. And if you've not watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, get on it. I don't know if it's on Netflix or Amazon or whatever. It's hilarious. It really is. In fact, all of the Monty. It's not as good as The Life of Brian, but all of the Monty Python movies are good. Some of them you just definitely wouldn't get away with them in today's snowflake culture. But still funny. It's only a scratch, absolutely, Eddie. Nothing to trade, Matt. See, that's what I like about the visitors to this stream is that you're all on the same kind of wavelength to me. We're building up a lovely community here that you're all bonkers. A lot of you. You're all complete nut jobs, and I love that. It makes me feel like I'm not alone. And to be fair, not only are you all completely bonkers, but there's a large portion of you are complete degenerate gamblers as well, which I can also relate to. That's not how you should approach the market, by the way, but it's good entertainment. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Absolutely. Ah, the life of Brian. Well, Matt, I think that it'd probably be more productive. Just keep the just keep your eye on the Discord for call outs on if there's any movement. That's what I'm going to do today. If it continues like this for the next half an hour, I'll just keep an eye on the Discord and we'll see what we've always got people calling out any kind of movement in the markets that we can take advantage of in the Discord. So don't have to be sat at the desk all day watching screens turning red. Although the MACD's looking on the spikes, the MACD's looking like it might be wanting to make a reversal. I don't believe it for a second. Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, it's one of those days. It's one of those days that you think, okay, if I sit on my hands, when something pops up, just be patient. Don't trade without the necessity. There's no point trading unless there's a good setup. We've got 7 minutes to the bell. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get myself some Barocca. Could be a sea of red today. I might actually look short. If the things carry on, I might look to see if there's anything worth shorting. Let's see. Have a quick look at what's going on with the losers. Well, there's nothing with momentum for shorting either. And we've got movers down, but in terms of momentum, there's just not enough volume to short that. Assuming they could be shorted. I'm looking at, I'll put the gainers and losers on there so we can see everything together at the same time. Yeah, nothing worth writing home for. So today's going to be one of those horrible streams where it all goes wrong. I'll probably cover that off later on the trade recap. It's going to be a very interesting trade recap. Not. It's a shorter holiday, absolutely. Thinking, I'm looking at the signals scanner right now, and all I'm getting is spikes down, price spikes down, and the odd spike up, but Airbnb up 1% after a massive fall. A lot of red on the signals. I mean, guys, let me know if there's something that you see that I'm not seeing here. It's one of those days that, you know, I could do with all the help. I tell you what to do, guys. If you're on YouTube, I need 4 more likes. 4 more. That's 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count them on one hand. I can count them on my fingers on one hand. I need 4 more likes on YouTube so I can give this hairy beast a treat before the market opens. So just give me, if you've not hit the thumbs up button on YouTube, just hit it now. 1 more and I'll give the hairy beast a, there we go. I can give her a treat. Come on. Thank you, guys. Come, where do you go? Gotta be quicker than that. You want it or not? Be quicker. I'll stand up for it. Good girl. Thank you, YouTube. Is Airbnb still worth it? I remember when it launched a couple of years ago on the market when it IPO'd, and that's another one that I lost money on, an IPO. I think that's the one that I learned not to trade IPO days unless you know what you're doing. Airbnb, let's have a quick look. Is it Airbnb? It's at 107. It really sold off on that CPI news as well. All right, okay. I actually don't mind Airbnb. I'm looking at it on the daily. I actually don't mind it in the wider context of the market. From a long-term perspective, once we get back to, you know, traveling again, and I think that's the problem is that we've still got a lot of travel restrictions at the moment. The cost of travel is prohibitive. I was looking at flights there for December, and they were stupid prices. Nearly $5,000 for a business class flight to the Far East, and it's just nah. Absolutely, Rota. That's exactly what happened. CPI came out, and yes, Ryan. I've been told that the Twitch feed is better than the YouTube feed. I'll have a look at the YouTube configuration, but. So there we have the opening bell. That's my cue to switch the scanners over to the regular market. And because right now, it's been a very quiet day for me in terms of trading wise. There's been a lot to talk about, been a lot to watch, but not a lot to trade. Yes, Hound. Yes, I think we'll continue. I think we'll. Well, there you can see Airbnb selling off in line with the SPY. So the SPY here, bit of a dip at the open, but yeah. So we might get a bounce before a continued sell-off. Will we get above the VWAP? I severely doubt it. VWAP currently sitting at on the SPY at 351s. 351.80s, I think it is. 351.60s. And I can't see us getting up that high. It comes in automatically, Ryan. So if you type into Twitch. If you comment on Twitch, it'll come through on YouTube as Restream bot, because I'm restreaming to multiple platforms through Restream. That's the platform I'm using. Well, Lay's moving back up, is it? Ah, yeah. So we've got an opening range to watch for now with Lays. So we've got a high of 423. That's what we've got to watch for there. Well, will they close up with the shorts, Hound, or will they double down? DWAC making a big move up. So just broke pre-market highs. Waiting for a pullback. It's saying in the Discord this morning this might be one to watch when the volume comes in after the bell. This is 44, 43. No problem. I don't know. Yeah, Paul James did something. He hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. That's what he did to help the beast get a treat. That's what Paul James did there, Flip Jug. APDN. I'm just watching DWAC for a move back up, but had its little pump up at 1870s. I'm looking for 1850. Bounce on the VWAP maybe. This candle is 1802, so rebreak of $18 if it does move back up. Got Lays up at 420s. That's Laser Photonics. Testing 430 there, Paul. Got Rotter. Okay. Let's look at Lays again. So 436 is the high of pre-market high that I'm looking for. $437 rather. Finding it a bit difficult up here at 430s. Pre-market high of 437. That's what I'm watching in terms of a gap and go. You look for the break at pre-market highs. Right, RLMD just for you, Glenn. Maybe I don't want too many R's. Well, this is a sideways choppy. This is Relmada Therapeutics. Had bad clinical trial results on a drug that they manufactured. Dropped 84% overnight. It's just be careful with that one. I can't see it bouncing right now. I'm not seeing any signs of a reversal or a bounce. So just be careful with that one. It's heavily down. 84% it dropped overnight on the back of those poor clinical trial results, Glenn. So DWAC getting a narrowing wedge. $18.40-ish. Yeah, 18.40 is the high of this candle, a 5-minute candle. The range on DWAC can be quite excessive. 40-cent ATR, so just bear that in mind. Got the ask up at 18.50 right now, and that's pretty much where we're bought in. The 10-cent spread. There was a catalyst. Spreads are widening to like 18 cents. So 10 to 20 cents on the spreads, just bear that in mind. The reason this is moving up today is it got approved for Truth Social, which is the company that's linked with DWAC, has been approved for inclusion on the Google Play Store. So that's why this is moving up. So Truth Social might actually get to a wider audience now if people on Google start using it. Want this above $19. We're getting 20-cent spreads. Rotted yet. So Lay's just broke pre-market highs. Looking for $19 hit. $20 is the halt up, so we're way off that. That's $19, $19.07. Just lock in some gains, move my average cost up. Lock in some more. Right. This candle turns red, I'm out. Want to see it bounce on the whole dollar of 19. Oh, it's not a zero trade day today, at least. Going to get out there. I'm exit indicators all over the place, so I'm just going to get out. If it breaks 1950, I'll get back in. right now. So $2,300. That's a reasonable. Yeah, look, personal opinion. Whether you like Truth Social, whether you like Donald Trump, whether you like any of that kind of stuff, I don't let that affect my my trading. I don't care about the stock. I don't have to like the stock if I'm trading it. And same with Robinhood. If it's moving, I'll trade it. It's simple as that. If it's got momentum, I'll trade it. But right now, this is looking a little bit weak. Potential pullback. So 1954 and move back up. Hey Dunkers, a little bit late to the party. No, Neville, totally agree with you. I'm $2,300 right now as a result of this. Just got in there for 56. That was a bad fill. Not a good fill, but let's see if we can get over $20 here today. Oh, if I can get 2,700 out of this, I'll be very happy. Oh, 3,500 so far. I need another 1,500 to get me to goal. There we go. I'm at goal. So that was one of the best $5,000 that I've had, and I got in just before the halt. So I'm not feeling comfortable with this at the moment. The halt level is it's just halted, and I got out just before the halt. So trading paused on that. If it gaps up, fine. It looks like it might gap up, but it might gap down. So just be wary. So yeah, happy days. I thought it was going to be a zero trade day, and as it turns out, we got in and we've made $5,000, which is the daily goal. So I can't complain about that. There's always one bucks a trend, Jack. I always say that. There's always one stock moves against the trend. So the wider market, let's look at the wider market. It's still selling, it's choppy sideways since the open, but it's still looking very weak. Horrible, in fact. Very choppy sideways. If you look at, how do you trade that? So Lay's, again, this has been difficult to move upwards, so I know it's pulling back. So probably the cleanest move was DWAC, gap and go. So it moved up, it moved below the VWAP coming into the open, and then as soon as it broke the pre-market highs, which is what I was looking for, we got in for the break of 1850, and away we go. So that was a relatively easy trade. Yes, yes, Joe. I don't know about halted, but it's certainly halted. Well, Alistair, I'm thinking I'm going to lock my montage and go today. I'm just got a bad feeling about the rest of the day today, but we'll see. There might be another opportunity another setup. I'll be waiting for a pullback before I re-enter. And that's what you should do, guys. Don't chase the momentum. I did that yesterday. Look, do as I say, not as I do. Because yesterday I did chase the momentum, and it cost me on Pineapple Energy. I chased the momentum as it resumed after a halt, and I got in for the break at the $0.50, and it reversed. So I was up over $1,000, and I gave it all back. So don't be like Tony. Listen to me, don't copy me. There you go. So APDN's been moving up quite nice. If you like these lower price stocks, it's up at 260, late 260, nearly 270 now. The volume's not what it has been previously. But if this goes green on the day, and it needs to hold above the VWAP and then go green, could be worth watching. And I'm not going to trade it. It's lower than what my trading floor is in terms of stock price, but it could be worth watching. Unfortunately, that's all you got, Dave. Level 2. This looks to me like it's gapping down. I could be wrong, but according to my level 2, it's gapping down. When I've got 25.99 on the ask, but $21.50 on the $21 on the bid. So it's 21.50 is where we're at. So I don't know. Right now, 21.60 is what I'm showing on the level 1 as a resumption, which is slightly higher. I would. If I was a betting man, I'd say this is likely to gap down slightly. It may continue up, Dave, but it's not a good market for trading today. I'm going to take my 5k and walk, I think. We'll see. So this is due to resume any second now. Let it gap down. I was right. So now I'm looking for the break of 22. Buy the dip there. It's a nice dip buy if you're a gambling man. Look for a move back up. Just going to give this $1. Get it. Why am I not getting it? And that just cost me. Bounce on the VWAP maybe. I was wrong to buy the dip. I'm wrong to hold it right now for a bounce on the VWAP. I did just try to get out, but it didn't execute. Too far. From 5 grand to 1400, I'm still green. That was just stupid of me. No, I had my montage set to stop. So when I tried to buy, it was trying to execute a stop without a stop price, and that's because I was like, it's my own fault. Lays, it's not rising again, it's actually pulling back down again. I want some kind of engulfing green candle right now before I get back in. No, it was just my fault. So I had the order type set to stop. So I was trying to put a it should be market or limit order, and then the hot buttons will execute as normal. But it was just the way I had the montage set up. I was going to put a trailing stop in place, a 50-cent trailing stop in place as it started to move up, and I didn't get a chance before it started to move back down again. So I forgot to change it from stop to limit. My own fault. The order type. So for you, Flip Jug, it was the order type was wrong that I was trying to execute on the hot buttons. Correct. Manually on the montage. Give it another go. Spreads. This is essentially another expression of the same trade. It's not, you can't really call it a different trade. This is what the wash rule will tell you. It's not. It's the same trade. Great, 20 cents stop in place there. We got up to the $0.75. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to, your system is key. So hotkeys and hot buttons, whilst they're not infallible, as you just saw, they do make a big difference. However, sometimes if you're not paying attention and it's not configured right, so on the montage it says like I've just put a stop in place there, I need to change that again if I want to execute. I can just move this up if it starts to move up. Want this over $21. It's a realistic expectation. I saw that. The S&P 500 the market's trying to rally. They're testing the VWAP right now. I can see. I got stopped out. That pulled back and went too far, so I'm still in the green, but that bounce that I was looking for didn't follow through, so it's going to be one of those days, I think. Let's have a quick look. Is there anything else moving other than this? So Senti Bioscience. No. Top shipping. So we're getting some movement now. Funny how the pattern to Lays and DWSC is very similar. I'll show you that in a second. Right, okay. Nothing on top shipping other than active stakes. So, not seeing that. So, let's go back to DWSC. So DWSC, this is the double top kind of formation, the M formation that you're getting there. It's a staggered M, but then again you've got Lays, which is very similar on the. If you look at it on the 2 minutes, it's actually pretty much identical. So you've got the move up, pull back, move up, pull back, low highs. DWSC, it's exactly the same. Move up, pull back, move up, pull back. So funny how that is the case. Put it back on the 1 minute. WSC needs to break 2175. Yeah, need a 5 minute new high now. So 2170. Or 2070, sorry. Senti. Senti Bioscience. Pineapple Energy, trying to go green. At this level here. See this go green. And it's 660, so 670 is the first target. Objective at that green line. On the first attempt. Just wait for Pineapple Energy to decide which way it's gonna go. Still a green candle on the 5 minute. There's the shooting star we don't like. Eddie, that's a common mistake. Beginner mistake. Newbie error. You've got to factor that in. You've always got to factor in the transaction charges, so that the way I look at it is, depending on the share size, it's at least I need at least $20 just to break even. $50 if I go for a larger share size. Well, that was a very poor candle in terms of volume. Bit of a double bottom formation on DWAC on the 2 minutes I'm looking at. Possible entry at 65, 2065. What's the absolute cheapest commission rate you can get? Zero. Zero commissions. But just remember, if you're going with a zero commission broker, you are the product. It's usually payment for order flow or something of those lines, or they're just giving you really bad spreads. I know payment for order flow in Europe is illegal in most countries. So the likelihood is you're just getting really bad spreads. If you get zero commissions, you're either getting screwed over on the spreads, or on the fills, or whatever it is, and or you get they're selling your data on. Look at that. Just as I get in, the volume's up there, like 150,000 shares a minute. So I'm thinking, yeah, comfortable. We'll break the green line. 150,000 shares a minute, no problem at all. 120,000 shares a minute on the next one, and then the next ones are not even getting bloody. What's these? Big 20, not even 25,000 shares a minute on the next 3, 4, 5 candles. Where's the volume gone? Yeah, 212s notoriously bad spreads, and that's the reason for that is the zero commissions. They have to make look, at the end of the day, they have to make money somehow. So if they're not charging you commissions, then they're going to be charging you something on the spreads, or they're going to be charging you. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Revlon's back in the mix, is it? All right, okay. Take a look at that on the other screen. Wow, that's a big move up from Revlon. Revlon might make our day. Okay. This doesn't bounce on the VWAP, I'm out. Yeah, there we go. We're out. We're now 2K down. 5k up to 2. That's a $7,000 swing against us. This, I should have walked away like I said I was going to do at 5k. Because I just weren't feeling it today. Revlon halted. What happened there? God, that was a horrible fill. Where did I get filled at that price when it wasn't even up there at the time? That's okay. 57 is the halt level. That was a terrible fill. Waiting for this news. That's my 25 cents right there. Love this candle. 76. I don't even know what that question means there. I don't know what you're asking there, King, but that question doesn't make sense. Well, Flip Jug, Bed Bath & Beyond would need to have some good momentum for me to get back in that. I found some good trades. Well, to be fair, I did find some good trades, but then I've held on to it. Then DWAC was a good trade and held on to it too long. Well, like I say, I should have quit when I was $5,000 up. Pineapple Energy, I was a little bit late to the party and again held it too long. Didn't quite get the 10 cents I was anticipating with Pineapple Energy, but look. Yeah, so American Crew founder David Rachuglia has just expanded his role to creative director and global head of education in Revlon. That's why. Probably not the catalyst that I would have hoped for, but an acquisition would have been nice. If this breaks lows now, I'm just going to have to cut it. Yeah, I'm done. Let's see what else is moving. Not quite at my max loss for the day, I don't think. Just not feeling it today. Did say that earlier. So instead of just sitting on my hands or walking away when I was 5k up, I've taken trades I shouldn't have taken. Discipline is essential, guys. Which is what I've not shown today. Well, to be fair, the markets proved me wrong. They're rallying. They're not green on the day, but they're really rallying at the moment. Trying to get green or back to the green line. Do I think they'll make it? Personally, I don't, but we'll see. We'll reach a point maybe in an hour or so where they'll start selling again. With 6 now. Pineapple Energy sucked big time. Guggenheim? Oh, Green Giant. Yeah, I see that on the 5 minute double bottom on the 5 minute, but I think that's past now. And the volume's just not great. For Bed Bath & Beyond, this is very low volume. It really is. We're coming to the top of the hour and there's like 5,000 shares been traded this minute. That's top of the minute. So Bed Bath & Beyond, it's looking very choppy, bouncing on the VWAP, but I'm not feeling that at all. No. No. You know what? I'm just gonna go buy my ink toner. I think. reach your goal and walk away is very good advice, and I should have taken my own advice there, Jack. Yeah, Alistair, you're just like I am. I pretty much gave all my gains back on DWAC as well. So if this gets back over the VWAP, I'll give it another try. Okay. Pineapple Energy is looking like it might come back. Well, good luck with that. Oh, I'm not worried about it, Kinga. You know, red days happen. I had one on Monday. We came back and recovered pretty much all of it on Tuesday, and then got green yesterday. So what are we on the week? Probably just slightly red on the week. So we can fix that. You saw how quickly it was, you know, to lose. What, 7 to lost 12 grand in the space of half an hour. So I can make 12 grand in the space of half an hour. It's that simple. Pineapple Energy. Need the right setup, the right momentum, the right start. Not seeing that at the moment. Vitae. Not feeling that either, Rush, just yet. Too small, too low in price for me, but looks like it's making a turnaround. A double bottom there, a larger double bottom maybe. I don't know. An argument for it. The Lays needs to get back over the VWAP and hold, so 425 or above. DWAC, that's selling off, it's breaking lows now, so that really needs to get back over 1950, back over the VWAP ideally. Revlon could still come good. Just testing the VWAP now. Yeah, that's tends to be the case though, Kinga. When I have a big loss, it's usually the same. It's usually a big loss is usually 2 or 3 days goal gone. It takes me 2 or 3 days. It should take me 2 or 3 days to recover. But on Monday, I lost 13k. I made 13k again the following day. Well, 11k the following day. But I had 13k last Friday, so we're still in a good place on the month. Yeah, okay, get you asleep. I've got a tight risk here because I'm only risking 8 cents here because that's where the VWAP is. Breaks below the VWAP again, I'm just going to get out. Risking $800 basically. Like the setups on both the 5 and 2 minute. One's a little bit choppy, but the 5 and 2 minutes are looking good. Question is, can we get back up to those highs? Five days so far is 520. Can we get back up to 520? I'll just put the stop in place at break even. It pulls back. It's a scratch trade. We're at 92, just in case of slippage. No worries, Kinger. Cheers, appreciate that. I just moved my stop up to $5, so I'm making it. Should be making $1,000 on this as a minimum. Oh, can we move up? 542 is the halt level. I'm just going to move my stop up with it. So I'm making 20 cents now. $540 is what we need to get. Leave my stop there. Stops me out. We've made $2,000 back. Let's see. What's the halt level? 550. That'd be nice. Looks like this is coming back. Stop me out. I'll take the 2K as it stands right now. It can move up if it wants to, but I'll take the 2K as it stands right now. As your base hits, recover that 7K, $2,000 at a time, $3,000 at a time, $4,000 at a time, whatever. Got up 5 cents. Extra 500 on it. Get 2,500 out of this. It brings us back below the $5,000 and makes recovery today more than feasible. Alt level up now is 50. It's 561 now. Oh, we've just been over 530 there, Volt collars. The high of this candle on the 1 minute is well 530, 534. I got stopped out. So look, we're under 5k again. So we've got first candle broke to break a new low. That was, so that's me done on the stream. If you're not on the day trade with Tony course, where you at? That's what I would say. I mean, let's do that thing that I do at the end of each stream and try and grow my community a little bit more. So if you're not already on the day trade with Tony course, my question is where you at? Where you at? So register for free for the World Series of Day Trading. First and foremost, if first link in the description is the World Series of Day Trading. It's a free competition. Go and register for free. It takes place next Tuesday from the 18th to the 25th. 7 days of trading. You need to trade four times. Go and check it out. First link in the description. World Series of Day Trading. It's a great competition. It's run by the guys over at Trading Academy. It's a great competition. If you want to learn how to trade, or you want to join my community, get on the Day Trade with Tony course. I've got a private Discord as part of that, where we've got the community going, get mentorship, etc. If you want to find stocks that are moving, when they're moving, Benzinga is the third link down. TraderView is the journal that I use for logging all my trades, analyzing them, and finding ways to improve on my trading. And Dash Trader is the platform of choice that I like to use. I won't be using it for the World Series of Day Trading, but I'll continue to use it to trade. So with all that said, I will finish up and take the dog for a walk. I think that is the probably the best action for me today. So all the best, guys. I'll look out for my I'll be dropping a video later today on the recap on the day on the trades. If I trade any more, and I will be trading some more because I'm going to get green on the day. So if I trade any more, they'll be recording, and you can actually see the trades for yourself on the recap or replay video later. So in the meantime, I'll be heading off, and I'll walk the dog later. Catch you later, guys.